it's Julia. I worked up this fun design this week. I'm still working on some of my clothing for my upcoming summer season, so this will probably be in my summer shop. And this is a sweatshirt, and I'm going to share with that a little bit more, but I had some of the fabrics left over, and I thought this would make a fun kit in case anybody else want to try this design. This particular floral fabric is discontinued, but it's just kind of it's just bright and fun, and it's just in the mood for spring. And so I thought this was neat how it's just kind of spilling out of this boot. Now, I think I have 12 kits. Like I said, I didn't have a lot of the fabric left, but I'm going to share with you what's in the kit. And then I'm also going to have the PDF for just the boot design also in my Etsy store. And both of these will be linked down below for you. If you maybe you have some of the fabrics or similar floral fabrics that you can use for this. Just to know that the PDF is I will not send that to you. That is going to go right to your email and you'll print that off yourself. But in the kit, it's going to include the pattern and instructions and the pattern. And I do reverse my pattern so that you don't have to. And then it does have the piece that's not reversed too. And I'm going to share with you in the video how I did mine, and you'll see I slide this underneath a piece of parchment paper to get my pieces lined up. And so I do use that. This one, like I said, is already reversed for you. And then there's a couple different colors of brown, and then enough of the floral to make the bouquet. And then I also included the heat and bond light that I use. So all that is going to be in the kit. If you just get the PDF, again, you're going to get some basic instructions on how to do the applique, and then you will also get both of the pieces, and then also the colored, so you can kind of see what it looks like. So I think that's it for now. Oh, and too, I wanted to say, if you don't want to put this on a sweatshirt, I would love this design on a pillow, maybe a tote. If you have like a denim shirt, it would be really cool on the back of a denim shirt, or even like a denim jacket. So there's some other ideas for you. Let's get started. I'm working on an Enza brand sweatshirt. I think these may only be available through my wholesaler, but I will link all that information down below for you. I love it because it has the raglan sleeves and also a built-in little slit on the bottom. I have my boot design, and I've picked out a couple different shades of brown, and then this floral fabric. This is Kaffe Fassett, I think I'm saying that right, fabric. It's just beautiful. They have so many wonderful prints. And I'm doing 4 or 5 of these sweatshirts, and so I've cut a lot of these flowers out and just kind of showing you how that's going to look. Now this particular one I did not, I'm flipping it over and tracing it from the back side, but in the kit and in the PDF I've already done that for you, so you don't have to. I have my heat and bond light, and I'm laying that over. The paper side is up, and I'm just tracing with a pencil. And there is some dotted lines on the pattern, and that just indicates that piece will go underneath. So just getting all that traced out. Then I'm taking my fabric, and I'm going to iron this on the wrong side of my fabric. And I've got several of them here. I think there's 4, so that's why there's so many pieces. And then I'm rough cutting, and then it's on to the next dark brown piece. I'm gonna do the same, just laying it on the wrong side and giving it a quick press. And then after the quick press, I'm going to just rough cut. And then I'm going to take my favorite new scissors. These are Karen Buckley scissors. They're very sharp, and they have a serrated edge, so it does help with some of the fraying. I will link that down below as well. They're just really wonderful scissors for if you do a lot of applique work. I'm just finding my center front and pressing a little crease in there so I get my design on somewhat straight. And I also want to cut open this neckline just so that it's just more comfortable and easier to get over the head. Just marking that with my heat erase pen and then going to just be slicing this. I'm going to open this up and just stitch that back into place. So I'm just going to take a couple pins first just to get it where I want it. And now these, I've just felt these sleeves were a little bit tight. The cuff was a little bit tight. So I'm cutting off about 3 inches above the cuff. And I'm going to just finish the bottom of these and then roll them up. So they're going to be more of like a three-quarter length sweatshirt sleeve. And that is all I'm going to do to the sweatshirt. I do like the bottom band just the way it is, so I'm just going to leave that intact. I'm just slipping that boot underneath this, and this is just parchment paper that you can just pick up in the kitchen department, at Walmart or wherever, grocery store. And I can see my design, and I'm just removing that back paper piece and just laying these over where I want them. And then when I have them in place, I'm just going to give them another quick press. Trying to find the center of my boot. I'm going to draw, just using my water-soluble pen, a streak right down. I'm going to do a decorative stitch on that to make it look like it is like hand stitched or so, on like what boots sometimes have. And then once that center line is drawn on, I'm just going to add these little decorative pieces. I'm going to give you a little hint about, I do not like using heat erase pens on a darker fabric. Sometimes it leaves like a white, that almost takes the color off. And that's why I use my water-soluble pen in some places instead of my heat erase pen. Just, I can see that crease, and I'm just getting that in the center, leaving enough room on the top for my flowers. I'm just going to plop some on top just to kind of give me an idea how close I want it to that neckline. I'm going to press the boot on first, and I'm going to go take it to the sewing machine and stitch that before I add the flowers. I'm at my sewing machine, and I'm doing that decorative stitch first. You can't see it here, but you'll see it in a second. I'm just doing like a cross stitch. But any decorative stitch I think would be really great. Like a feather stitch would be really cool on this. And you'll see it in a second. It just kind of adds a neat detail. I'm going to do the same right on this heel part. And then I'm going to change my presser foot, and I'm going to add my free motion foot, and I'm going to just free motion stitch the rest of the boot. You can certainly just do a zigzag instead of free motion. Anything that you're more comfortable with, or like an applique stitch, like a buttonhole stitch would be really cute too on this. I decided I'm also going to change my bobbin to the same color as the top, and this is just all-purpose thread. Nothing fancy, just all-purpose thread in the color brown. Sometimes when I'm sewing with a darker thread, I just want the bobbin to be the same color when I'm doing free motion, just in case my tension is off a little bit. I don't want to see that white thread. And I'm just stitching close to the edge. And I'm just going to go all the way around the boot with this same free motion stitch. Back to my ironing board. My boot is finished and I'm going to add my flowers. Now you can cut your flowers out singly or whatever works for you. This particular floral did not have any leaves on it, but maybe you have a floral fabric with more leaves. That would be really cute. I kind of had to do my own doodles, and you'll see when I stitch this on, I kind of added some leaves. Just kind of fiddling around here to see what I like. I think if I had a leaf, I would have added it right there. But I got that little flower in. I'm just giving it a quick press, and I'm going to head back to my sewing machine. I'm just have the same brown thread on. I'm just going to leave brown thread for this entire project. And you can see I'm just going to be doing some doodles like that. And I'm going around the edge, and I'm going around some of the petals, but not all of them. And some of the centers of the flowers, I'm also going to just include a little bit of doodling. And here I'm going to add like a leaf. I think it would be really neat too. Instead of stitching those on with a machine, I could have used a slow stitch and maybe just do like a outline stitch on those. So there's a lot of possibilities if you don't want to do the free motion. And this is what it looks like. I'm really pleased with this design. I think it's going to be a good seller in my little summer shop. We have kind of a Western thing going on where I live, so I think it's going to be very popular. For this front, I'm going to use, it looks like a blanket stitch. It's called the applique stitch on my machine, and I'm just going to stitch that down. And then when I get to this V, I kind of straighten it out and just keep going. I really don't turn my fabric at all. I just kind of straighten it, and it just seems to make a really nice look to it. And you can see what that stitch looks like, and it has like a buttonhole look to it. And then I'm just putting my sleeve around my open arm there, and I'm just going to straight stitch this, and I have it rolled up, and I only have it rolled up once. These sleeves are going to be cuffed, and I like it with a deeper cuff, and then like I said, they're going to be more of a 3/4 length. And you can see I'm just going to turn that up there, and you can into a deep cuff. And this is what it looks like. I just decided it kind of needed a few more little doodads. I added another leaf on the top. And I'm going to go back to my sewing machine, and I'm going to just fill those in. But this is what it looks like. I hope you enjoyed this project, everyone. It just kind of reminds me of a real spring design. Hope you have a great week. Bye for now.